Hi everyone, good afternoon. My name is Cassandra Lenza and my thesis is entitled Self-Awareness of Food Choice and Body Image, a Relational Study in the Undergraduate Female Population. So why food choice and body image? It is estimated that as many as 10 million females and 1 million males currently struggle with some form of eating disorder in the US. This can range from anorexia, bulimia, exercise bulimia, weight restriction in athletes, and overeating, binge eating, and issues with obesity. The prevalence of eating disorders is most common in females age 15 through 24. So it is clear through this statistic that college-age females are at risk. So that's why I had a personal desire to understand the contributors behind food choices in the Providence College women population, and also what factors affect food choice and how these factors pertain to body image. So the lit review was divided into two parts. The first was I did a complete sort of review of the factors of food choice. I found that there are four main factors of food choice that are of most importance in the female subset. Those are physical appearance, health, cost, time, and availability, which I merged into one variable. And these are the four factors that I used to survey the female undergraduate population, and it was shown that physical appearance and health were the most considered when making food choices. Then I compared food choice and body image. Literature is pretty limited in relating these two variables, but I did find that feelings of body discontent were negatively correlated to perceived body image, and in this study they used an eating attitudes test. So depending how healthy or unhealthy eating habits were reported to be, feelings of discontent either were higher or lower. I had three main hypotheses. The first was that physical appearance would be of critical importance in food choice in the target population. The second was that as consideration of the variables physical appearance and health increased, overall satisfaction with body image would also increase, denoting a positive correlation. And then as the importance of cost and time/availability increased, overall satisfaction of body image would decrease, denoting a negative correlation. So, my participants were 75 female college students aged 18 to 24. I used a convenient sample and basically went around to the different dorms on campus, and obviously these college students were enrolled in an undergraduate student institution in Providence, Rhode Island. My methodology, it was a quantitative study. It was a questionnaire of 2 sections. My first part of the questionnaire was a 16-item questionnaire regarding food choice factors. Each factor that I wanted to study was divided into 4 items on the questionnaire, and basically my questionnaire just asked about daily food choices that were made if students ate in the dining hall, if they ate mostly diet foods, if they preferred to eat on the go, eat prepared meals, or make their own. Questions just getting a general basis for what drove their food choices. My second part of my questionnaire was a 5-item body image scale, and I used the scale above to get a sense of the participants' perceived body image and then their ideal body image, and then also ask some questions regarding their personal sentiments towards their body to get a well-rounded view of what they believe their body image to be and appear to be to others. My questionnaires were distributed and completed anonymously, and all participants signed an informed consent form. Then I took all the factors and I created new subscales representing the composite score for each factor. Then I ran Cronbach's alpha to determine the internal reliability for each of the new variables. So I had 4 new variables: total physical appearance, total health, and so on. And then I conducted regression analysis to determine the contribution of each factor to the overall variance in the population. My findings. Physical appearance predicted 61.1% of the variance in the overall food choice, and as my hypothesis suggested, it served as the main contributor to food choice in the sample. The relationship between physical appearance and body image yielded a significant negative correlation, and this showed that as importance and the attentiveness towards appearance increased, satisfaction with body image decreased. And while I had originally thought that, through the hypothesis, that as importance and attentiveness to physical appearance would increase feelings of body image, this was actually quite the opposite. Despite this attentiveness, people still felt negative feelings toward their own body image. Cost predicted for 20.2% of the variance in the overall food choice score and served as the second greatest contributor to food choice in the sample. And the relationship between cost and body image yield a significant negative correlation, which did confirm my hypothesis that as the attentiveness of food choice increased, their individual satisfaction with body image would decrease. We can assume that this is because I think there's a connotation and probably a truth in that healthy, organic, natural food may cost more or be less affordable for the college age demographic, and therefore there's a less of an ability to pay for these foods. And if I think these foods were being consumed more often, body image would increase. For time and availability predicted 9.8% of the variance in the overall food choice score. And this did not confirm the hypothesis that time and availability would serve as a major contributor, which surprised me because being on a college campus as part of a campus culture, I assumed that people would be grabbing whatever they could grab from the dining halls or on the go eating quick meals. So I did have some concern with the fact that this variable was not of importance and that the demographic was actually choosing physical appearance over convenience or time efficiency. And the relationship between time availability and body image did not yield a strong correlation, and it did not significantly affect body image, although it was still a negative correlation. Health predicted only 4.9% of the variance in the overall food choice score. Health was of the least consideration of all the 4 factors in food choice. And the relationship between total health and overall body image was negatively correlated, and as importance of health in food choice increased, overall body image decreased. And this obviously was different than my hypothesis, which would state that physical appearance and health would raise body image, and this attentiveness would make people feel more secure about their body image, but this was not the case. So I was able to draw some conclusions from my study. 2 research hypotheses were confirmed: that the most important contributor to determining food choice in the college female population is physical appearance, and all measured food choice factors were associated with dissatisfaction with body image, as each factor, whether they satisfied my hypotheses or not, did contribute to negative body image. The implications for my research: I wanted to make suggestions for further research. The first would be to extend this study to other undergraduate institutions, looking at other female populations and seeing how these findings apply to the larger demographic, because I did conduct this research solely on the Providence College campus. The generalizability of the findings is limited. Also, conducting this study to compare the sexes is an important aspect that I wasn't able to look at, but I think that because males do have a prevalence of eating disorders as well, and the problem for males is still there, that this sex comparison should be made. And then also that this survey should be conducted with the at-risk adolescent population, where the onset of eating disorders is most prevalent. And I believe that this study serves as statistical evidence that our female students are at risk. I think that initiatives should be put in place at the college and through the students for more programs to sort of create healthy food choices and make food and creating meals a vehicle of health and not of maintaining or achieving a body ideal. And I think that advocacy can be done by social workers as well as students and faculty of the college to make food choices a vehicle of healthy habits and creating longevity in your life and not necessarily creating a perfect body image. And I believe that health starts here, and that as social workers and students, we can work together to really make our food choices the best they can be for ourselves and the people around us. So thank you.